extra virgin olive oil.
Oh yeah, right. Look at that. They're making olive oil. Wow. It's really cool.
Oh, I'm gonna go in there next. See, they're making olive oil.
This is amazing, people. You walking through the whole store right here. You see that? Did we go in there?
I didn't go in there. I only go in there.
With the brother with the dress?
Sure.
There's a message on the table. You think you can read it?
I don't think so. Is it in hieroglyphics or is it in a different? Oh no, just.
You got to translate that.
Oh, hi.
High.
Oh, hi. Look at
It's
that.
high.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
High with an explanation.
What, you
like
were
high.
expecting some kind of revelation?
Yes, this is the place of revelation, so yes.
Not today, not right now, anyway.
Okay.
Right now, you are all 30 years into the first century, which means that Jesus is alive and is currently teaching in and around Capernaum. This is the synagogue. You have any idea what the main purpose of the synagogue is?
Fellowship?
Scholarship.
Fellowship.
Fellowship. Fellowship. No.
No.
That's right. No. The main purpose of the synagogue is for the reading, the teaching, the studying, and the learning of the Torah, the 5 books of Moses, Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy. That is its main purpose. We'll use this building for our Sabbath, which began yesterday at sundown, will end today at sundown. We'll also use it for what we call shul. You know what that is? Shul? Oh, come on. When you were children, you attended 5 days a week.
School.
School!
School.
Oh, sometimes you people
As an
from the
educator,
future,
I
I
should
don't
know
understand you.
What is it called again? What is it called again?
Shul.
Shul.
Shul. Shul is actually a Yiddish and German word for school.
Okay.
Ah.
We also use this as a courtroom.
Okay.
The difference, though, between the synagogue and the temple is we go to the temple for what we call true worship.
Okay.
Go there for the festivals, go there for the sacrifices, and we go there to remember our people when they wandered the desert for 40 years. Those are the main differences between synagogue and the temple.
This is the
So,
synagogue.
yes. So
Okay.
when you think in terms of the synagogue, think in terms of it is not a place of worship,
Thank
it
you,
is a
sir.
place of learning.
Thank you.
When you think in terms of the temple, think in terms of going on the pilgrimages. It is 3 times a year for the high holy days, and that's when we go inside the temple for the forgiveness of sins. Now here you are 30 years into the first century. Another question. Are women, oh, I said that I am going to grow up.
You sure did.
Yeah. Are women allowed in the synagogue in the first century? What do you say?
I have no idea.
What do you think?
Yeah.
Okay?
I feel that they are because it's a learning place. It's not a worship place.
Okay.
I say no.
Okay.
I said y'all.
I'd say yes.
Okay. See? That was a hard lesson. You are all right.
Yes
And
and
you're
no.
all wrong.
Oh.
See, it really depends on which synagogue you go to.
Ah.
So you go to one synagogue, you find all the women sitting on one side, all the men on the other.
But they're still welcome there. They're still welcome.
No, I didn't say they were welcome. I said they're allowed.
They're allowed. Being welcome and allowed are
Two different things.
Okay.
That's why they got them sitting on that other, you know.
And you go to a different synagogue, you find all the women sitting on the upper tier, all the men on the lower. The reason they give for this is should there be trouble. All the men are right there to protect the women and children.
Oh.
Still in another synagogue, they say no. Women are not allowed in the synagogue. However, this is not the way we do things here in Nazareth. Here in Nazareth, we keep the families together. We do not separate the families.
Yeah.
What's important for you to understand the closer you live to the temple in Jerusalem, the more tradition and structure you will have. The further away that you live, small changes are bound to happen. That's only human nature.
Yeah.
So, ladies, the only thing I can tell you, welcome. Any questions?
No.
No, it's great.
Very enlightening.
We appreciate your
Let me ask you
knowledge.
this. Let me ask you this. Initially, we had a very difficult time trying to teach the Torah.
Right.
You have any idea why?
Difference in philosophies?
No.
Maybe because originally it wasn't in different languages. It was in a original language. They had to translate it eventually, if I'm not mistaken.
You're right. You hit it.
Okay.
The problem is the Torah is written in Hebrew,
Right.
and Hebrew is not commonly spoken. Here in our village, we speak Aramaic.
Okay.
So eventually we came up with something we call the Targum, which is a translation from Hebrew into Aramaic, and then we begin to understand.
Wow, awesome.
See, here's the thing. The thing is, you cannot have a village. You cannot have a synagogue. You cannot have your Sabbath unless you have several men who can read.
Okay.
Illiteracy is abundant. Most people cannot read and write. The only people
And even
who
in
can
different
read
languages,
and
it's
write
more
several
difficult.
languages are your scholars.
You-
That would be
okay.
the rabbis, your scribes, and your priests. But most of them live in and around the temple in Jerusalem.
Okay.
The way we get men who can read, for instance, if you are the firstborn male in your family, and if your father could read, more than likely you would follow in his footsteps and you would learn to read as well, and you'd be working here in the synagogue.
Oh, okay.
Okay? So,
You won't be able to read.
the thing is, it's going to take approximately, well, let me put it this way. Let's back it up just a little bit. On our Sabbath, we'll have two men up here. One man will read directly from the Torah.
Okay.
He will read a portion of the page. He'll read it in Hebrew.
Okay.
Then he'll give a nod to another man. Remember that Targum I mentioned, that translation? He'll give a nod to another man. He'll read from the Targum the exact same thing, but in Aramaic. So it'll keep going back and forth like that until one page is completely read. Now this one page is going to be read several times during the Sabbath. And after each reading, there's what some people like to call a discussion. Yeah, I call it an argument. Because people will misunderstand what it is they're hearing.
Of course.
This sounds like Bible study to me.
And it would get so loud in here, arguing back and forth, that if you happen to be passing by, you may even think a small riot was going on. That's how loud it would get. However,
But I like that.
one
because
of the
people-
saving graces about the synagogue is should you go to visit a family member or a friend in another village, and you happen to be there during the time of the Sabbath, and you go into that synagogue, every synagogue in every village is on the same page at the same time
Okay.
on the same day, which means you will have missed absolutely nothing, including the arguing.
You know what I even like about that though?
Hmm?
Because I could go home and say, "Did you hear the message today?" and share it with your neighbor.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. What you thought about the message? If they didn't get to argue in the synagogue, they could come home and talk about it.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Oh, and let me leave you with this.
Yes, sir.
You know the difference between shalom and shalom?
No.
You know what shalom means?
It's like a greeting.
Huh?
A greeting. A shalom greeting.
It is greeting, but you know what it means?
Hello?
Shalom.
Hello?
Hello.
Peace.
Peace.
Oh, peace.
Peace. See, the thing is, shalom or shalama is Aramaic.
Okay.
Shalom is Hebrew. Okay?
They're saying the
They
same words.
both have the same meaning.
Oh, okay.
Peace. And they also share the same deeper meaning. And that is wishing
Or peace be with you.
God's completeness,
Oh, I didn't know
that all is right
Ooh.
as God intended it to be. Shalom.
Shalom.
Now all of that,
Shalom.
all of that is compounded and compressed. It's just one word. Shalom.
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 Any questions?
I had
Any answers?
Shalom.
Not, Shabbat Shalom.
I truly